Sound of soft ambient room tone. Maybe a distant hum of a heater. They said the third floor was empty. A quiet top-floor apartment, a perfect retreat from the city noise. So who kept knocking every night at exactly 1:47 a.m.? Light pause for suspense. The first knock came softly, almost hesitant, like someone was gently tapping on the window, just testing to see if anyone was awake. Mira froze, her thumb hovering over her phone screen. The blue light from her endless scrolling painted her face a ghostly pale in the mirror across the room. She held her breath. Beat of silence. Then a slightly louder, distinct knocking sound can be added in post-production. Then it came again, louder this time. 3 sharp taps. Always the same rhythm. Her mind raced. She was on the 3rd floor. There was no balcony, no fire escape, no hallway outside her window. Just a sheer drop to the pavement below. It had to be the wind, right? An old building settling? She killed the phone screen, plunging the room into near darkness. Listened, straining her ears. The old heater hummed its familiar tune, the building's old pipes groaning like a sleeping giant. Nothing else. The silence stretched on for what felt like an eternity. After a full minute, she let out a slow breath. Just the wind. It was just the wind against the siding. She was working herself up over nothing. Knocking sound again, but this time it sounds like it's from a different direction. Maybe would knock. Knock. Her blood ran cold. This time it wasn't from the window. It was coming from inside the apartment. From the bathroom. She rose from her bed, moving with a slowness she didn't know she possessed. Every step was deliberate, careful not to creak the old floorboards and give away her position to what she didn't know. The bathroom door was ajar, a sliver of darkness in the dim moonlight filtering through her bedroom window. Sound of a single slow water drip begins. Something was dripping inside, a rhythmic steady plink. Plink, plink. But that was impossible. She hadn't used the sink since before midnight. Her own breath started to fog in the cold air of the hallway. Her hand, trembling slightly, reached for the light switch. She flicked it on. The harsh fluorescent light hummed to life, revealing a bathroom shrouded in steam. The mirror was completely fogged over, as if someone had just taken a long, hot shower. And on the tiled floor, wet footprints. They were small, bare, and childlike. They led from the shower stall, past the toilet to the sink, and then they just stopped. Right at the doorway where she was now standing. A whisper escaped her lips, barely audible. "Who's there?" The only answer was the drip from the faucet and the hum of the light. Absolute silence, but she felt it. That feeling of being watched. Her eyes darted to the shower curtain, a faded floral pattern she'd always hated. It was drawn shut. Then she heard it. The faintest sound, almost lost beneath the dripping. A breath, a ragged, wet breath dragging in, and then slowly letting out. It was coming from behind the curtain. Every instinct screamed at her to run, but she was frozen. Her hand, shaking uncontrollably, reached out and grabbed the edge of the plastic curtain. With a surge of adrenaline, she yanked it back. Sound of a shower curtain being pulled back quickly, nothing. The tub was empty. The tiles were damp, but there was no one there. She backed away slowly, her heart pounding against her ribs like a drum. She needed to get out. As she reached the doorway, the overhead light flickered once, twice, and then went out completely, plunging her into total darkness. The dripping sound stops, and from the blackness, a whisper right beside her ear, so close she could feel the cold breath on her skin. You shouldn't have looked. She didn't scream. She just bolted. She crashed into the hallway, fumbling for her phone on the nightstand. The shaking beam of its flashlight cut through the darkness as she pointed it back toward the bathroom. The door was closed now, firmly shut. And from beneath it, a dark shadow moved, slinking away into the room she had just fled. That was it. She ran for the front door, her fingers clumsy and slick with sweat as she fumbled with the deadbolt. Just as she got the lock to turn, her phone buzzed violently in her hand. A notification lit up the screen. Bathroom motion detected, 1:47 a.m. Her blood turned to ice. She had never set up any motion sensors. She didn't own any. And then, as she stared at the screen in horror, a second alert appeared right below it. Front door motion detected, 1:49 a.m. Sound of a doorknob slowly turning. The handle began to turn. From the other side, If that story sent a shiver down your spine, you know what to do. Hit that like button and subscribe for more tales from the dark. We post new horror stories every week, and you won't want to miss what's lurking in the shadows. Thanks for watching, and try to sleep well tonight.